My video today, don't drink the Kool Aid. What do I mean by that? Well, what I mean is there have been several news stories that have come out in the past, I would say several months, years. As an example, the Los Angeles fires or whatever you call it. When that came out, a lot of people were surprised, confused, and then as time went on, more and more people started to post stories and things that weren't making sense, things that were contradictory to what we hear in the mainstream media, and there was so much coming out about it that I actually stopped looking at it. I think I read like 2 or 3 articles, and then I stopped, because it reminded me a little bit of a lot of what happened in September 11th, and a lot of what happened with COVID. And then today, I have not really read or listened to many things about this, but I'm assuming pretty soon here, there's probably going to be new information coming out about this Black Hawk crash that happened today with the plane. And things are not always what we think that they are, what we expect them to be. And a lot of this mainstream media news, people are starting to catch on to what's going on. People are starting to figure out, like, why are they saying one thing and then more stuff comes out, more stuff comes out. And there are people behind the scenes. There are people pulling strings, pulling the puppet strings. With that being said, I do believe a lot of people's eyes are being opened now, and people are stopping with just listening to mainstream media news. People are starting to think for themselves, do their own research, form their own opinions. And that doesn't just apply to news stories. If you really think about it, think in your mind to something that a belief that you held your entire life. You were taught as a child and in childhood, and then as you got older and became an adult, you became aware that actually wasn't the case. It wasn't true. You were misled or incorrectly, because we're all just winging it. No one really knows what they're doing exactly. So information is passed down from our family members and people that were taught incorrectly, and it's passed down to us. And then we do something. Here's an example. At one point, probably in the mid-2000s, or a little earlier, probably in late 90s, people started discovering, hey, this food pyramid that the FDA or whoever it was put out, just keeping it real here, got interrupted by my child, so I decided to get this microphone I have that is supposed to help cut down on sound, echo, and noise, because I haven't soundproofed this room yet. So, as I was saying, people were taught that you're supposed to eat all this wheat, gluten, bread, majority of that, and then you're supposed to have this much dairy, this much of all this medium fruit, and a tiny amount of meat. It doesn't have to be meat, it's protein in general. The vegans and vegetarians out there, it's protein. You have to have a certain amount per day to be healthy and strong and anti-aging. So with that being said, I started figuring out, hey, this is backwards, but this is what everybody's been doing. Very similarly with other things that have come out, smaller things such as I just now started my shampoo-free journey, where I'm following a lady that does a Victorian hair care routine. There's other women that have done it and grown their hair long and healthy without having all the breakage. Long story short, there's a way that's better, that's healthier for us. Shampoo thing, your natural oils in your hair is the best thing for that. You don't need to buy all this stuff that you find in the store. And I don't mean to get off track, but there's so many things. I'm sure you can think of examples of things that you thought were true. And it doesn't even just have to apply to health or wellness. It could be things that you were taught in history that you found out was completely not correct. Things that you were taught just in your family life. Things that you believed when you were a kid. You believed, I have to grow up, go to school, get a degree. This is what you were shown a lot on television, TV shows, sitcoms, Full House, Who's the Boss, all these old shows if you're in that age range. And a little bit later there were other shows. Disney Channel promotes that. There's a lot of shows that's like, go to college, get a degree, then you're going to get a good paying job, you're going to marry and have a baby. And that's not some people's life path. And people have started to realize that they took out thousands of dollars in student loans and didn't get a good job. It's competitive and didn't even use their degree to make money and don't to this day and have student loans, so they drink the Kool Aid. So I'm just saying, there's a lot of things in our world that you have to use your own discernment and try to figure out what you believe, more or less, what applies to your life, what you feel like will help with your life. So if that resonates with you and you agree with that, I have another video idea I've already gotten works and some more coming out. I do feel like sometimes they take so much energy to make a video that I don't put them out as fast as I would like to, so I'm going to try to work on that to get better. But if you like this content, would like to see more, you can subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, or comment below with your opinion and your thoughts. And I look forward to seeing you guys next time.